Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, ma'am.
So, our last chapter in politics, that is working of institution. Democratic right is a deleted portion. Okay.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
the last chapter is working of institution. Have you heard about any institutions?
Ma'am, law of college like that.
It's an institution. Okay. Then, for a country, what are its institutions?
Medical institutions.
Ah, okay.
Ma'am, space and research institution.
That are the institutes. Okay. But for a state, coming to a state, which are its major institution that do the work for the state or for the country?
Ma'am, panchayat,
Ah,
municipality like that.
then,
And chapter
Corporation.
working of institution now.
yes.
Ma'am, corporation.
Corporation is there. Okay. Then only that much is the institutions working. The state, which are the institutions working in a state for the country? If we are taking India,
Ma'am, judiciary,
judiciary,
legislature.
legislature. One more is there. Three organs are there. Anyone can answer. Executive, right. So the three organs of the government that we are explaining in this chapter, that is the working of institutions, the three major institutions that do the work for the country: legislature, executive, and judiciary. I think for the last classes and all, you studied about the function of legislature, executive, and judiciary.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the same thing we are discussing here also, but some new terms are also included here. So we can start the chapter, the last chapter, that is working of institutions. Name of the chapter, working of institution, fourth chapter. Okay. So, the chapter in which are the main topics we are discussing in this chapter? That is about the office, a new term, that is memorandum. Office memorandum, then about Mandal Commission. Have you heard about any of such commissions? Have you heard about Gadgil Committee?
Yes, ma'am.
At least you heard about that committee, Gadgil.
Yes, ma'am.
When one after the natural disasters and all, that term is very much familiar in the televisions and all. Gadgil Committee report. Have you heard about it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Any other person?
News was there.
Nah. Then about Mandal Commission and its recommendations and opposition against that commission. Then coming to the political institutions like parliament, executive, and judiciary. So these are the major topics coming in this chapter. One is about office memorandum. I think that is only a new and also Mandal Commission. The rest all the things, you know, most of the things, only a few things we want to add to that. Okay. So we can start with office memorandum. Have you heard about a memorandum? Have you heard about a circular?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Where?
School.
School. Okay. What is the speciality of a school circular?
It is a request or an order.
Ah, it is an order. Most probably it's an order, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
It is passed by chairman, dean, and other teachers.
Okay. And what all things are included in that circular?
Like fees, paying the fees.
Any format is there?
Like first teachers, they'll write date, then dear
Ah,
parents,
yes.
then
Dating.
introduction,
Ah,
Then
right?
there will be a body and there will be a conclusion.
Same thing, right? If you get a circular from the school, it include the date, right? And the
Yes.
purpose, for what purpose that circular is issuing. Not only for the school circular, any circular if you are getting, these are the main content in there. Which organization circular is that, and the date is there, and for what purpose they are issuing the circular, and also the content is there, and finally it includes the signature of the concerned person, if it may be the principal, chairman, whoever it is. Same that the government is also issuing a lot of orders every day. Yesterday one news is there, have you noticed it? The amendment of Police Act.
No, ma'am.
Today's newspaper, after the class, please take the newspaper, okay? In all the newspaper, that may be the first news. Police Act is amending, and so many criticisms are there against that act because it is influencing the press, freedom of press. It is first they said it is for the social media to keep a control over that, but also affecting the press and also children. Please, after the class, please go through that heading, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And yesterday's an issue, an order by the government. So like that, every day the government is ordering or having a lot of orders are there related to salary cut. Have you heard about that? Salary challenge.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that is also an order of the government. So like that, so many orders are government passing every day. And what is called office memorandum?
It is like a amendment.
It is also an order. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's a office memorandum, a communication issued by an appropriate authority stating the policy or decision of the government. Like that, what we are getting from a circular, getting from the school as a circular. It is also an order. It's a communication issued by an appropriate authority stating the policy or decision of the government. And the government issues hundreds of orders every day on different matters. Everything, the government, whatever its decisions are there, all the things are coming as the orders. Related to promotion, related to transfer, related to its working, whatever it is, everything is coming as the orders. And a office memorandum was the culmination of a long chain of events. An office memorandum was the culmination of a long chain of events. So, memorandum, the communication issued by an appropriate authority stating the policy or decision of the government, and the government issues hundreds of orders every day. And what do you mean by an office memorandum? It is a culmination of a long chain of events. In the textbook, it is given that one office memorandum is given there. What are the things included in it? Vishnu Priya, can you say?
Yes, ma'am. Can you repeat once more?
Where were you, dear?
I was writing.
Okay, in the textbook,
Mm.
a copy of an office memorandum is given there in the chapter working of institution.
In 57 page only.
Yeah, yes. Textbook is different, so that's why I'm not saying the page number.
Okay, ma'am.
GI department.
Of
Ah,
per and TRG.
PER and TRG. You see, children? Everyone? Page number 56, right? Vishnu Priya?
Yes, ma'am. 57, ma'am.
57, okay. Okay, what do you mean by GI?
General of India.
Government of India. Okay, Government of India. Department of PER. Department of Personnel, and TRG means training. Okay, Department of Personnel and Training in the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pension. That is a department of Government of India. And then, okay, Vishnu Priya, continue.
Subject 27%.
Wait, before that, what all things are given there? The name of the department is given there, right? Which department is issuing? Then an OM number is given, right?
OM number.
Office memorandum number is given. After that,
SCT
date
dated.
is given.
Dated. Then
Date
subject.
is given. See, what are the things are included in the office memorandum? First one, which department is issuing it? The government includes so many departments. You know that health, education, then home affairs, external affairs. So many departments are there coming under the government. And the office memorandum first include from which department this is issuing. And after that, it include the number of his memorandum number, and also it include the date. Then after that,
Subject.
subject. What is the matter for that office memorandum? Here, what is the matter?
27% reservation for socially and educationally backward classes in civil posters/services.
Yes. So the subject is reservation for SCBCs, socially and educationally backward classes. That is called SEBC. When you are writing your higher exams, or I think after your 12th, if you are writing the entrance exam also, you want to give that category. You see that whether you are belonging to general, SC, ST, OBC, or SCBC. SCBC means socially and educationally backward classes. Okay. And also it include the details, right? Of that. That reservation is based on the Mandal Commission, and the government is deciding to give 27% of reservation for this SCBC. That is an office memorandum. So an office memorandum include what all things? It include the department, which department is issuing the order, and also it include the order number, office memorandum number and date. And also it include the subject and explaining it in detail. And it also includes the sign of the concerned department. Most probably this decision is taken by the ministry, and it may be signed by the secretary. For a state, who is the highest IAS? Okay then. So an office memorandum. What do you mean by an office memorandum? An office memorandum was a culmination of a long chain of events. And it includes the authority. It is issued by an authority stating the policy or decision of the government. An office memorandum is issued by an appropriate authority stating its policies or decisions of the government, and it was a culmination of a long chain of events. So remember, it includes the department which it is issuing, then the category of office memorandum number will be there, date will be there, subject will be there, and it will include the details. It is usually maybe a one paper, okay, like a circular we are getting from the school. It is also maybe a one paper maximum. That what I told you yesterday's news. If you watch, you can see that police amendment act, some changes were made by the government, and that is in every news. It is clearly seen that it is like them. That is also an office memorandum. Only one page will be there. Then this office memorandum in our textbook is based on what? 27%.
Ma'am, can you show the last slide?
This one, right?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So our textbook, the office memorandum is based on the 27% reservation for SCBC. That means socially and educationally backward communities. And that is based on the recommendation of a commission called Mandal Commission. Mandal, BP Mandal, it was his name. And why it is called as Mandal Commission? You heard about Simon Commission?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Who's the head of that commission?
Simon.
Simon. Like that, Mandal Commission. It was headed by BP Mandal. So it is called as Mandal Commission. And that commission was appointed to study about the need for reservation for some backward communities. That is the name of a commission.
ma'am.
It was headed by B.P. Mandal. So it's called as Mandal Commission. And what was his recommendations? It's a little bit important topic. Okay. The government of India has appointed the second backward class commission in 1979 and it was headed by B.P. Mandal. So it is called as Mandal Commission. Why it is called as Mandal Commission? See children, any commission, Gadgil Committee, it was headed by Gadgil. That's why it's called as Gadgil Committee. So almost all the commissions appointed by the government include so Mandal Commission, it was headed by whom? B.P. Mandal.
Mandal.
And it is appointed for what?
For the education reservation for backward caste people.
It is appointed as the second backward class commission. And it was asked to determine the criteria to identify the socially and educationally backward classes in India and recommend some steps to be taken for their advancement. See, till that time, the reservation was mainly given to SCs and STs that we already discussed. First, we gave the reservation to the scheduled caste and scheduled tribal groups. But after that, another commission was appointed to study about the need of giving reservation for the socially and educationally backward communities. And that is headed by B.P. Mandal and it was called as Mandal Commission. He was appointed to decide a criteria to determine who, for whom, actually among the OBC itself, some people are very rich and some are very poor people. So among them, whom we want to give the reservation. So it was asked to determine the criteria to identify the socially and educationally backward classes in India and recommend the steps to be taken for their advancement. And the commission submitted its report in 1980 and made some recommendation. And one of the most important among them was 27% of the government jobs to be reserved for the socially and economically backward classes. Okay, 27% of the government jobs should be reserved for SCBC. That is the recommendation of Mandal Commission. So Mandal Commission, this commission was appointed as a second backward class commission in 1979 and it was headed by B.P. Mandal. So it is popularly called as Mandal Commission. And it was asked to determine the criteria to identify the socially and educationally backward classes in India and recommend steps to taken for their advancement. This commission gave its report in 1980 and one of the main recommendation of the commission is reservation, the jobs, 27% of the government jobs should be reserved for SCBC. Don't forget what is SCBC, socially and educationally backward classes. That is SCBC. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, after his recommendation, the benefit of job reservation. Till that time, the jobs are reserved for SCs and STs. Scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. See children, when you are hearing the IA committee and its recommendation was giving 27% of, don't forget how much percentage, it is 27% of reservations were given to whom? For the socially and educationally backward communities. So till that time, this reservation was given only to the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Then the report, these reports and recommendations were discussed in the parliament. Once a report is submitted to the government, it will be there for the discussions will be done about that particular matter in the parliament. And many parties and parliamentarians keep demanding for the implementation of these demands. So that means many of the political parties and the parliamentarians accepted this 27% of reservation for SCBC because for their upliftment, they also need some reservation. In 1989, see, the report was submitted in 1980 and its discussions went on in the parliament. And in 1989, in the Lok Sabha election, you remember that we studied in the last chapter election campaigns and all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, at that time we discussed that at the time of election, they will come up with so many promises. Now Panchayat election is there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, what about your area, Ashik?
Sujit Lal and one more person, ma'am. 103%.
Is it a general ward or a reservation?
Ma'am, general ward, ma'am.
Anybody's ward is reserved ward? Reservation is there? Only women are participating?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Then anybody's ward is reserved for SC, ST, scheduled caste and scheduled tribes?
Ma'am,
No,
my
tribal is
near
there,
ward.
scheduled caste. Sorry?
My near ward, ma'am.
Scheduled caste reserved for them. See, what we studied in the last chapter is happening now. So they decided the electoral. So like that in the election campaigns and all, the Janata Dal party, they promised the people that if they will get a chance to form the government, they would implement this demand. That is, the Mandal Commission recommendations will be implemented. Okay. Once the Janata party will come to power, they promise the people that they will implement the demands of Mandal Commission. See, what was the demand of Mandal Commission? 27% of government jobs are reserved for SCBC, socially and educationally backward communities. And about that, report and recommendations were discussed in the parliament. And in 1989, the Janata Dal party promised the people that if they came to power, they will definitely implement the demand of Mandal Commission. So after the election, the Janata Dal formed the government and its leaders are VP Singh, become the prime minister. And they took the measures for implementing the commission report. As they promised to the people, they implemented the recommendation of the report and it was implemented as an office memorandum number that is given in the textbook. Office memorandum number is there and also the date. It was implemented in April 13, 1990. That is about the Mandal Commission report. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. See, office memorandum. It means it was a culmination of a long chain of events. Office memorandum was a culmination of long chains of events and it is an order or a communication issued by appropriate authorities stating the policy or decision of the government. And here, the office memorandum we explained with the example of Mandal Commission. Mandal Commission, it was a commission appointed by the government. The second backward class commission appointed by the government in 1979 and it was headed by BP Mandal, so it is called as Mandal Commission. And that commission is appointed to determine the criteria to identify the SCBC classes in India and for recommending the steps for their advancement. So two aims are there. One is to identify the criteria for SCBC and also recommend steps for their improvement. Determine the criteria and also recommend steps. And the commission gave its report in 1980 and one of its major recommendation was giving 27% of government jobs for the socially and educationally backward classes. And till that time, that benefit was given, that reservation in the government jobs were given to scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. But now that this report was there and it was discussed in the parliament, and in the next election of 1989, the Janadadal promised the people that if they came to power, definitely they will implement the Mandal Commission report. And finally, they formed the government, and it was headed by VP Singh. And as he promised to the people, they issued the office memorandum number 36012/31/90. It was born on April 13, 1990.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes. Is it clear this much
Yes, ma'am.
to everyone? Please respond yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.